This is Varsha's Education Academy. In this session, we are going to see the next important topic in communication system, that is digital communication, digital modulation techniques. See, already we have covered the topic of amplitude shift keying. In this session, we are going to see FSK and VSK, that is frequency shift keying and phase shift keying. These three are important digital modulation techniques. See, amplitude shift keying in the sense the amplitude of the carrier wave is varied in accordance with the message signal. That message signal should be digital signal, right? This is the difference between analog modulation technique and digital modulation technique. See, here also I have considered one message signal. That message signal is in digital form. So we are saying this technique as a digital modulation technique. So this one, second type, frequency shift keying, that is frequency of the carrier wave is varied in accordance with this message signal. That is said to be frequency shift keying. See, here I have considered our message signal as a digital signal 101001. Right? This is our message signal 101001. See, in each step, I am comparing this frequency shift keying with our amplitude shift keying. Listen carefully. See, in amplitude shift keying, we have considered only one carrier frequency, only one carrier wave. But in frequency shift keying, we are considering two carrier frequencies, two carrier wave. Why? Because this is of high frequency wave and this is of low frequency wave. This is of high frequency carrier and this is of low frequency carrier. Right? I have represented this high frequency carrier in green color and low frequency carrier in a orange color. Right? See here, for the bit 1, I have considered the high frequency wave. For bit 0, the low frequency wave will be transmitted. See carefully. Now listen the modulated wave. For this high frequency, for bit 1, this high frequency carrier will be transmitted. For the bit 0, the low frequency wave can be transmitted. Again, for bit 1, the high frequency wave can be transmitted. For bit 0's low frequency wave, that is the orange color waves, can be transmitted. For frequency, that is for bit 1, the high frequency wave can be transmitted. Have you all understood? See, for amplitude shift keying, only for the bit 1 we are having the carrier frequency wave that is to be transmitted. For zeros, there won't be any signal transmission. But for frequency shift keying, the frequencies are varying, right? So, the frequency of high frequency will be transmitted for the bit 1 and the frequency of low frequency will be transmitted. The carrier wave of low frequency will be transmitted for the bit 0. This is the major difference between the amplitude shift keying and the frequency shift keying, right? See the difference? In a modulated wave also you can see the difference between the bit 1 and bit 0's, right? This is our modulated transmitting wave, that is 101001. This is our modulated signal. So this is the definition for frequency shift keying. That is, the frequency of carrier wave is varied in accordance with the message signal, right? Now we will see the transmitter and receiver part of this frequency shift keying. See here, this is the block diagram for the transmitting end. This is our message signal. What we have considered is 101001. This is our message signal and it is entered into the block diagram. See here, this is our product modulator, which is represented into the multiplication symbol, and it is a product modulator with high frequency wave, high frequency carrier. Generally, the product modulator will multiply the message signal and the carrier signal. So we have to give carrier signal also for each product modulator, right? See here also the product modulator with the carrier frequency of carrier wave of low frequency. Right? See, here we are having one inverter. This message signal is entered into this first product modulator with a high carrier frequency 1 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, right? And we are getting our output over here. Then again it is entered into one inverter. So inverter will inverts the inputs, right? So it just inverting the inputs. So 1 will become 0 over here. 0 will become 1 over here. So our product modulator, that is the message signal for this product modulator, will be 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0. All the zeros and ones are inverted and found over here, right? Now it is multiplied with the low carrier frequency wave. This is our final product modulated output. Now we are going to sum up these two product modulated wave, right? See, these two modulated wave get summed up over here by using this summer. And this is our final modulated wave. After summing up, see, this wave is represented in orange color. So this orange color wave and this green color wave get summed up over here to find the modulated wave. So this is our transmitting end and this is our modulated transmitting signal. Now we will see the receiver. See, receiver, generally we know the receiver is of two types. One is coherent receiver and the other one is non-coherent receiver. See, in coherent receiver, the modulated signal, that is transmitted wave, is entered into the band pass filter. See, here we are having two band pass filter. One is for high frequency wave and one is for low frequency wave. And again it is connected with the product modulator. Same carrier frequency is multiplied with the band pass signal. Again the low pass filter is there for high frequency as well as low frequency. After this filtering signal get compared. Then this comparator or decision making device will decide the bit as 1 or 0. Right? These are all about coherent receiver. Then non-coherent receiver. See, in non-coherent receiver we are not using product modulator. Receiver, we are using this product modulator. So because of using this product modulator, we are using the local oscillator to generate this carrier frequency. So by means of using this local oscillator, this is of very complicated as well as so costly. So this coherent receiver is somewhat expensive when compared to the non-coherent receiver. Why? Because in non-coherent receiver we are not using any local oscillator device. See here, the modulated signal is again entered into the band pass filter. This band pass filter is of high frequency and this band pass filter is of low frequency. It is entered into this envelope detector. This envelope detector comprises of rectifier and a low pass filter. See, this rectifier will analyze the shape of the signal as well as it analyzes the envelope of the signal. And the low pass filter. See, generally we are having a product modulator and the low pass filter in the coherent receiver. Instead of product modulator, here we are using a envelope detector that then it is entered into the decision making device. This decision making device will compare the values and it will make the decision of whether the bit will be 1 or 0. These are all about non-coherent receiver and it is a very low cost receiver. These are all about frequency shift keying. Now we will see phase shift keying, that is PSK. Phase shift keying, here also we are assuming our message signal is a digital signal for the digital modulation technique, right? See, first I have considered unipolar NRZ format message signal. It is just normal representation of our message signal, that is in a digital form. Again, I have converted this unipolar form into a bipolar NRZ. See, bipolar in the sense there will be positive and negative values. There should be both positive and negative values. So plus V and minus V. Plus V and minus V will be there. But in unipolar there will be only one value that should be positive or 0. Right, here we are having positive as well as negative value. So in order to represent 0, I will represent it as minus V. To represent 1, I will represent it as plus V. Now this is our carrier signal. Here I have considered only one carrier signal. Now see here, our modulated signal, there will be a phase shift of 180 degree. See the phase shift difference of 180 degree, that is phase shift of pi will be there when the signal gets switched over from one bit to other bit. While alternating from one bit to other bit, there will be a phase shift of 180 degree. See here, 1 is altered with 0. Again this 0 is changing as 1. This 1 is changing as 0. Again there won't be any change, or there won't be any phase shift between these two zeros. Again there will be a phase shift between these two, 0 and 1 transmission. See, while the transition between the 1 to 0, there will be a phase shift of 180 degree. When there is a transition between the 0 to 1, there will be a phase shift of this 180 degree. See, this phase shift is represented by the color changes. Please listen carefully. See, this 1 is transistor to 0. This transition will take place with a phase shift of 180 degree. This is said to be the phase shift keying. That is, the phase of the carrier wave is varied in accordance with the message signal. This is the definition for the phase shift keying. That is, the phase of the carrier wave is varied in accordance with the message signal. See the transmitter. First we will see the transmitter of the phase shift keying. See, the message signal is enter into the first block of bipolar NRZ conversion. So it is just converted into the positive and negative values. For 0, it will be represented as a negative value. So this bipolar NRZ conversion is entered into the product modulator. There the product modulator will have our carrier signal multiplied with our bipolar NRZ converted message signal. Right? Then these two product modulated signal will be our output for the PSK signal. Right? These are all about the transmitting end. Now we will see the receiver. Here also we are having two types of receiver. So modulated signal is entered into the product modulator, and this product modulator consists of a carrier signal. This carrier signal is generated using the local oscillator. So, and it is entered into the low pass filter. Then finally decision non-coherent receiver, the modulated signal is entered into this envelope detector. Again it is fed into the decision making device. This will decide whether the bit will be 1 or 0. Right? These are all about the non-coherent receiver. It is a low cost receiver. These are all about phase shift keying. Thank you all. Thank you for watching this video.